So continuing the story of yesterday, remember the story? So this guy was finally convinced by his friends to go back to his wife. They were estranged. And he lived in St. Petersburg and he was a contractor. So he's going to go back to his wife. And on the way, he drops in Lubavitch, the Marash, for a bracha of Shalom Bayis. It's years they're estranged. And Derech Hagav, he tells that Marash that before he left, he got an offer from a high-ranking general for a government contract, whatever this was. And he plans to, once he goes home and settle things at home, to go back to St. Petersburg and to sign the contract. So that Marash says to him, no, go back to St. Petersburg, close the deal, and then go home. So he's thinking to himself, how could this be? After all these years, he's finally going home. And Rabbi tells him, go back and postpone going home for business. What's the rush? So he says to this fellow says to Rabbi Marash, Rebbe, I'll do as you say, but can you please tell me why? Why? Rabbi Marash responded to him, if you knew the reason, then you'd be a Rebbe. Sure. So he listens. He goes back to St. Petersburg. He meets the general. And as they sign the contract, he's about to leave. He meets him as the general is about to leave the country for an extended period. He's about to leave. He's walking out of the house. So they go inside his office and they close the deal. And he became very wealthy from this. Then he understood the reason why he had to go back then, because had he gone later, he would have never had gotten the deal. He would have lost the whole deal. Adkan, the story. So when Rebbe told the story, he said like this. He asked a question. It's not understood. What would have bothered Rebbe Marash if you would tell him the reason? Go back now because the guy's going to leave. Catch him before he goes overseas for an extended period. This ties with the Maimed. The Rebbe says these words. These are early years, Mamish Tavshin Yud. Because even those things you understand that be Seichel, we have to be Mekayim it out of Bittul. And that's the Shleimus. So the Rebbe Marash didn't want to give him the reason intellectually, because he wanted he should carry out his words with Bittul. The Rebbe is translating that, make that even when you do understand, it makes sense to you what the reason for this. But what's going to, the fuel, the drive has to be what? Bittul. Torah says, the Eibusha says, the Rebbe says to do it, however it's articulated. That's got to be the drive. Even when you do understand. Clear?